Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is a 2023 superhero movie which was directed by Peyton Reed, and it has some good casts including Paul Rudd and Jonathan Majors. Now, this movie was made by Marvel Studios and it just went out of cinemas, and currently it's on all digital platforms available to you. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my review while also telling you a little bit about the movie in case you haven't seen the movie before. So stick to the end of this video in order to enjoy probably every single reason why you clicked on this video in the first place. My name is Vicky Styles, by the way. Now, many years after the blip, Scott Lang isn't really into hero stuffs anymore, and he reunites with his family. He starts a new career and he's just living, or he's trying to live a normal life while everybody already knows his identity as a superhero, but they keep mistaking him for Spider-Man. Anyways, he and his family are reunited, and his daughter comes up with this idea to create a device that can have some kind of contact with the quantum realm. If you are familiar with Ant-Man 1 and Ant-Man 2, you definitely know what the quantum realm is. Now, while trying to establish some kind of contact, of which the mother, Janet, is not in approval of, they all get pulled into this device for whatever reason best known by the creators. As they get pulled in, Scott and his daughter Cassie, and then the rest of the family, they both land in separate locations in the quantum realm. The rest of the family find their way in the quantum realm because Janet has been to the quantum realm before, but Scott and Cassie, they meet a few people in the quantum realm, and unfortunately they get attacked by MODOK before they are taken straight to Kang the Conqueror. Now, before Janet can get to Scott and Cassie, Kang issues some kind of agreement to Scott, and then in this agreement, Scott is supposed to bring an engine core for Kang, and then in return Kang would then let them go back home. So unfortunately, this is a kind of problem because Kang collects the engine core but refuses to let Cassie go, and he also kidnaps Janet and then tries to explain to Janet what happened and the reasons why she feels he's some kind of bad guy. But at the end of the day, they all fight Kang and they eventually kill him in the end. In post-credit scenes, other variants of Kang are now aware that Kang the Conqueror is dead, and now they plan to establish their original plan fully. I don't really know what their original plan was, but if you are a big fan of the MCU, you will stand a bigger chance to understand what this is about in future MCU projects. In another end credit scene, I can note that this variant of Kang, which is Victor Timely, was seen in 1901, and in this press briefing, I think Loki was there and Mobius was also there. Reasons best known by the creator. I guess we'll understand better when we watch Loki season 2. Before I continue this video, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, make a comment, and share this video with your friends so that they too can get information about this movie. And again, if you want to get notified anytime I upload a new video to this channel, click the subscribe, the bell notifications beside the subscribe button, so that way you get notified anytime I upload a new content to this channel. The bell notifications is just beside the subscribe button, so as soon as you subscribe you'll definitely see it. Now, some of the characters in this movie are Scott Lang, who is the main character of the movie itself. He is Ant-Man, and his girlfriend, which is Hope Van Dyne, she is the Wasp. So they have been dating for a long time, although they have different professions during the day, but when it's time for superhero stuff, they automatically become Ant-Man and the Wasp. Their daughter Cassie, and she's also some kind of activist for people who were, who became hopeless and homeless because of the blip. Lots of people disappeared during that time, and some of them till today are still homeless, and some of them are poor and stuff like that. So she's like an activist for those people. Meanwhile, another character in this movie is Janet Van Dyne. She was lost in the quantum realm before now, and after 30 years of being stuck there, she finally comes out of the quantum realm, and she has this trauma of whatever she must have experienced while she was there. All what she experienced comes to play when all of them get pulled into the quantum realm, and now she has to deal with the fact that she didn't tell anybody anything about what she experienced while she was there. The last character I'm going to mention is Kang, played by Jonathan Majors. This is one of the variants of He Who Remains, and if you watch the end credits, you'll see a ton of variants of Kang. So I just can't explain who this guy is, but I know that if you are a big fan of Marvel Comics and Marvel movies in general, you will definitely know who he is. But one thing I can assure you is that definitely the one who we saw in this Ant-Man was what I assume as a good guy. But if we are going based on the storyline of the comics, he is not actually a good guy. He is just one of the variants who doesn't really want to follow the other variants in doing what they plan to do. He just wants to take over the universe all by himself for reasons best known by him. The rest of them have their own plan, and they are willing to work together to establish that plan. So that's all I can explain about this guy and his variants. The themes of this movie include family, betrayal, and science. I know that this movie has a ton of science that, well, probably doesn't exist. So as you watch the movie, you'll definitely see these themes. Now, this movie has good CGI quality. It has good CGI design. In fact, generally everything about this science fiction, kind of movie, it makes sense as far as I'm concerned. And if you ask me, this movie is one of the movies that can stand out when it comes to how CGI is used in modern films. About cinematography, yes, cinematography works hand in hand with visual effects and CGI, so definitely that part was also good. In terms of actors' performances, the best part of this movie was Jonathan Majors as Kang, and I know that Jonathan is currently going through a lot of legal battles right now, but my hope is that he remains Kang, because this man, right from when I first saw him as Damian Anderson in Creed 3, I just loved the way he performs, and the way he interprets rules in all. I've not seen much of his movies though, but in all the movies I've seen of him, he really knows how to interpret a character, and I just wish he can remain Kang, so that way many people will be able to go in and get a proper understanding of who that character is, because that's exactly what Jonathan does to a character. He explains the character and makes you understand why they are, doing what they are doing. And then another thing I enjoyed is that this movie has no dull moments, even though, well, the movie doesn't make much use of soundtracks, but like I said, no dull moments, and everything about this movie is just 100%. I'm going to describe this movie as the perfect competition for James Cameron's Avatar franchise, but in its own spirit and in its own themes. The movie really does a great job in CGI, in everything, in design, but it has its own reasons and its own spirit that it plays with. I am rating this movie a 10 out of 10, and honestly speaking, I don't have any recommendations. If you want to enjoy this movie, you can enjoy this movie with your family, your entire family. You can enjoy it with friends. No special recommendations for this movie. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed every single bit of it, and I hope I talked about whatever it is you came here to hear. Now, if you want to watch other videos, if you want to check me out on other social media platforms aside YouTube, check the description below. All my links are linked down there, so you just click any one that you feel is appropriate for you. Stay subscribed to this channel by clicking the subscribe button and the bell notifications beside it. Share this video with your friends. Until I come your way next time, please stay safe.